Hi, I'm Meg from the Office of International Education, the Education Abroad office here on campus. The world is a little weird right now, so until we can get back to in-person presentations, our office wanted to put something together that would give you the highlights of our Education Abroad programming, what we would normally offer for students when travel is possible. This is just a quick overview, kind of like a taste of what's available. So if you have any specific questions about any of the programs, want more info, or just want to talk to somebody about studying abroad, please feel free to swing by the Office of International Education. We're in 174 Rodley Hall. You can also schedule an in-person or a virtual advising appointment. All right, let's get started. First off, why should you study abroad? We'll run through a few common reasons people choose to incorporate an international experience into their college career. First things first, you can enhance your academic experience. Studying abroad allows you to make the most of your college education. You can do things like take classes you aren't able to take here at UWRF, develop life skills beyond what's taught in the classroom, experience something like an international internship, or study topics from a different perspective. Number 2, you can learn a language. This is kind of that classic reason, right? What better way to brush up or perfect your foreign language skills than by immersing yourself in a different culture? Second language skills are a valuable asset both in the real world and in the workplace. 3, see the world. Why read about it online when you can experience the world in person? Explore your heritage, visit historic sites, try exotic foods, swim in an ocean on the other side of the world. You'll never forget the amazing experiences you have while abroad. You don't want to regret not going one day. 4, experience a different culture. Studying abroad expands your worldview because you're able to have first-hand experience in a culture that's different from your own. You'll be able to fight stereotypes, both the stereotypes other cultures have of the US and the stereotypes you might have of other cultures, and become a more well-rounded global citizen. 5, develop skills beyond the classroom, things like leadership, independence, empathy, tolerance for the unknown. Studying abroad gives you the opportunity to develop these skills to a level far beyond what would have been possible in a regular classroom setting. 6, cultivate contacts and make friends. You'll make connections with the people you study abroad with and the people you meet overseas because you're sharing a once-in-a-lifetime experience with them. 7, learn about yourself. It's kind of funny how it happens, but when you're so busy experiencing another culture and way of life, you'll also make all sorts of discoveries about yourself. Develop self-awareness, self-sufficiency, and self-confidence when you study abroad. And last but not least, enhance those employment opportunities. Studying abroad can give you an edge over the competition. For example, employers often look for employees who can navigate cross-cultural encounters and aren't afraid to try something new. Also, those second language skills we talked about are seen as an asset or in some cases a requirement for future employees. Make yourself stand out in a competitive global marketplace. Okay, so that's the why. Let's move on to talk about some of the opportunities available to you. When it comes to programs, UWRF is not a one-size-fits-all sort of campus. We have a variety of program lengths and types to make sure you have an option that's going to work best for you. When we talk about program length, we have long-term options where you can be abroad for a whole semester or even a year. And we also have short-term options as well that run during J-term, spring break, May, right after finals, and summer. These shorter programs can be anywhere from 10 days to a month long, sort of depending on the program. So what are those programs? Let's run through some of the options normally available to our students. First up is the International Traveling Classroom, or the ITC. This program runs during fall semester. If you want to live, travel, and study in several different European countries, the ITC is for you. The ITC finds UWRF students and professors spending several weeks in various locations across Europe. While there, students complete UW River Falls courses and have time to travel independently. It's kind of like backpacking through Europe, but with classes and credits attached. The classes change every year depending on the faculty who are selected to be in the program, so check our website for the most current options. We do try to offer mainly general education courses on this program, so it can meet graduation requirements for as many students as possible. Our second semester-length option is Semester Abroad Europe, a spring semester program. Through this program, students are able to study abroad in a European country of their choice and design their own project to complete during their semester abroad. Projects can be things like undergraduate research, a creative project, or even an internship. It's highly customizable for how you want your experience to go. Students must be of junior or senior status to do this program, and a faculty team is going to help you every step of the way. Because you get to design your own project, this program works great for students of every major. Here's some examples of projects other students have done recently. All right, another type of semester or year-length program is an exchange program. Exchanges are options where you enroll as a student in a foreign university, but you usually pay your UWRF tuition. There are other fees involved, of course, like airfare, your housing over there, personal expenses, etc. But these types of programs can be really affordable because of that tuition agreement. We have several different partner institution programs around the world. You can see the locations and partner schools listed here. All of these places offer various classes taught in English to choose from, so not being fluent in another language shouldn't hold you back. You'll get to experience life as a college student in another part of the world. A pretty cool thing if you think about it. All right, let's take a look at some examples of what our short-term options have been. These programs are usually led by UW River Falls faculty and, with a couple of exceptions, are open to students of all majors and class standings. Most tend to be built around 3-credit classes. You can see the J-term options going to India, Italy, Taiwan, and Ecuador. Spring break and May programs are part of your spring semester course load, and most will have class time during the whole spring semester, with the actual travel happening either during spring break or immediately after finals are finished in May. For the time you're abroad, these tend to be our shortest program offerings. Our summer options vary in length, going anywhere from 2 to 9 weeks, depending on the program. Okay, so that's a lot of programs and a lot of options, but if nothing here has floated your boat yet, we have additional program opportunities as well. First up, the Consortium for Overseas Student Teaching, or COST program, allows education majors to complete 9 weeks of their student teaching at an English-speaking international school. You'll do half of your student teaching here in the US and the other half abroad. If you have an opportunity to work with a professor or your department to do an international independent study or an internship, we can help you arrange that. None of the UWRF programs meet your goals or needs. We can also reach out and tap into open study abroad programs at our sister UW schools and other colleges like the University of Minnesota. Like I said earlier, UWRF doesn't offer one-size-fits-all options. We're going to work really hard to help you achieve your academic and personal goals when it comes to figuring out a study abroad option. Okay, so I know a lot of you are sitting there thinking, well, this sounds great, but I can't afford to study abroad. So how do you make a study abroad experience work financially? There are some strategies you can use to help make study abroad possible. First off, pick your program wisely. Your choice of program is going to have the biggest impact on your overall costs. UWRF programs in general tend to be more affordable than those at other schools or other professional companies because we work really, really hard to control costs and keep the program prices at an accessible level. We want you to be able to afford to go abroad. Program choice also involves length. Semesters are usually more expensive than short-term programs, but when you compare the cost to the cost of staying on campus and consider that you're living abroad for 3 to 4 months, all of a sudden it doesn't seem that bad. Next, consider how your program is structured. For example, exchanges are usually quite affordable because you pay regular UW River Falls tuition, plus living expenses and whatnot abroad, same as you would here, so some students go that route. You want to make sure you check what your program is including. Some programs include airfare and meals, some don't. Look to see what you're signing up for. And consider what sort of goals you have for your experience as you consider your budget. If you're looking for a deep cultural immersion and really want to dig into one culture and location, where you live in one place, make some or most of your own meals, live there, that's a different sort of budget than if you're cramming in tons of independent travel, staying in fancy hotels, or eating out every day. Next, for sure, meet with the nice folks over in financial aid. They're across the building from us in Rockley Hall. Every person's situation is different, so go talk to the experts. They're going to be able to help you figure out your financial options for your study abroad experience. Last tip, make sure you check out scholarships. There's an array of scholarships or grants available to you that can help offset the costs of a study abroad experience. Here's some to check out, and there are more available outside of our campus resources that you can find if you put in the legwork. There's a ton more info about scholarships available on our website, so be sure to explore that information. In the end, You are the one who has to decide if you find a study abroad experience to be a worthy part of your educational plan, if you want to make it a priority or not. This choice is different for everybody, and that's okay. Just do yourself a favor and explore your financial options so you can make an informed decision. You don't want to have regrets later in life. You don't want to be sitting at your desk going, darn, I wish I'd study abroad. Don't say no automatically. If you do the legwork and determine that it won't work for you, then at least you'll know and live regret-free. But as you explore your financial options, you may also be pleasantly surprised at what's possible. All right, well, now we know the options and how to explore funding. When should you start thinking about studying abroad? Here we are back to we're not a one-size-fits-all campus. The best time to study abroad is going to depend on you, your personal goals, and a couple of other factors. One will be the program you choose. Does it run every year? Only during specific semesters? Do you have to be a certain year in school to go? Are there prerequisites? Check out these details for the program you're interested in. Another factor to consider is the classes that are available. Do you need major classes? Are you okay with general education options? Are there on-campus classes only offered at certain times that you for sure need to be here to take? Or is there a professor in your department teaching on one of the programs during a specific time? It's a lot to consider. Thankfully, help is always available to help you think through these options. You should talk to both your academic advisor and one of the staff in the Office of International Education to help you with your planning. The faculty who lead the programs are awesome resources too, and are always eager to talk about studying abroad with students interested in their programs. All right, we've gone over a lot of information today, but not a lot of details. So where can you find out more about everything we've talked about? For more information, stop into our office in 174 Rodley Hall and chat with our peer advisor, or set up an appointment with one of our pro staff. We're also doing virtual appointments these days if the in thing isn't your preference. You can also go online and explore our website. The address is right there. You can browse all of our available programs online there, find links to individual program websites, and see budget breakdowns. Check us out on social media too, because we post when program applications open, when we find scholarship opportunities, when there are international events, or program info sessions. And if you have any other questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to us by emailing studyabroad@uwrf.edu. We hope to talk with you soon.